What's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video we got a banger for you guys. So we got some 1v1.lol reactions we're going to be doing. We got two videos we got to react to. So one of them is a documentary. I've kind of already seen it, but I'm going to be giving my official thoughts slash reactions to it. So if you guys want to see that, obviously that will be up first. And then we'll be checking out Smedgies' video that he posted earlier today. He wanted me to check that out. So we're going to go ahead and check that out. But like I said, guys, we will be coming back with some more 1v1.lol reactions. Usually on stream, I tell you guys what's going to be coming. So if you guys want to check out those streams, don't forget to check out when I'm live. Turn on the notification bell and you guys will know when I'm live. Anyways, boys, if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to drop a like and sub. Here's our YouTube comment shout out. Let's go get into it, boys. Alrighty, boys.
It's late 2019, you're searching on your school computer for Fortnite, and a random game website suggested a game called 1v1.lol, and it looks almost identical to Fortnite. You and your friends load up, not knowing you're about to experience one of the greatest Fortnite spin-offs ever. 4 years later, the game seems to have so much potential. It's now a pay-to-win game with one of the lowest player counts ever, having such a massive fall-off. This is the story of 1v1.lol.
Rise and fall. There was a lot of rises that he missed.
With the release of Fortnite in July of 2017, Fortnite would instantly take off, becoming a massive success and instantly rising to the top of the charts for the most played game. After 7 months, Fortnite was still actively gaining popularity and rising to the top. Lior Altman, a video game creator from Israel, decided to try to create something similar. In February of 2018, Lior used Steam to make a game called justbuild.lol, which was a pretty choppy made offline building game similar to Fortnite on a mountainy terrain using a robot character with three main builds, a wall, a floor, and stairs. The game gained popularity pretty quickly with streamers such as Tfue playing the game to thousands of people, and later on in April, Lior released a new update with 5 guns and a pickaxe, also updating the robot to look cleaner with an orange and black look. He eventually created his own website for the game, so instead of hosting it on game websites, he officially launched justbuild.lol as its own website. He released updates on the game pretty frequently, even teasing a multiplayer version in a now deleted video on the 1v1.lol channel. Lior also worked on a 2D multiplayer Fortnite type game called jungle.lol, promoting it on JustBuild as well as game sites, once again, and it was pretty popular and fun to play. But in December of 2019, Lior released the now infamous 1v1.lol to the public on its own website. Now,
I should have played back then, boys.
Just a few buttons on the homepage, as well as a very basic gameplay with 2 robots, red and blue, fighting it out for the victory. The game was doing pretty well, and then near the end of 2019, Lior paid a Swxii YouTuber called Westrum to try out the game, and that video gained huge popularity, getting over 190,000 views.
I wish you'd come back, bro.
It consisted of the 1v1 aspect, which paired you up against a random player, and the party mode where you can join and play around with your friends. After its fast rise, in January of 2020, Lior released a new update to the game, including a Battle Royale mode and a 1v1 competitive mode, as well as having a leaderboard for the top players. Some of the top players consisted of Serve, Trap, Shu, CapGG, Kyle TTV, and many others.
How do you downgrade from having a leaderboard?
1v1.lol would slowly push out more updates, adding new things to the game.
I don't know how that works.
Even
how do you go from having a leaderboard
to May of 2020, 1v1.lol released mobile support, gaining even more traction than before. And then, 2 months later, they finally released beta skins that were more of a marshmallow design rather than the OG robot, but they still looked pretty good, and they were actually good for the design as well. When they release other skins, it's going to be better for male and female design compared to the robot, which is going to have to be changed up quite a lot. A year later, in May of 2021, 1v1.lol released a lobby UI with huge updates, also releasing another game, Just Fall LOL, a spin-off of Fall Guys. It seems that Lior was mainly focused on making rip-offs of huge games, but the difference between him and everyone else is his games are actually greatly made.
Yeah, they're not
put together quickly to try to get the bag like Build Now, GG, or Swxii. They're actually a lot of time is put into the game, and he would really work on these games to make it the best for the community. But of course, like everything I talk about on this channel, it had its fall. 1v1.lol released multiple battle passes and OG skins, but then they slowly started selling the battle pass skins for LOL coins, as well as the OG skins that they promised to keep OG. It was now hard to say that you were OG or you played a while ago because anyone could have had your skin. Plus, the skins were cheaper now in the item shop than they were when you got the battle pass.
Which is fucked.
Now,
honestly,
thankfully,
I mean, it's so good that they were making
it to the
low
community,
price,
and the newer battle pass skins never got released to the item shop for a free daily spin like the other ones, so you could finally grind again and not just spend money to get certain skins. Also around this time, everyone is going back to Fortnite or switching to completely different games, which took a big hit on 1v1.lol's player count, but Lior still tried his best to release new things that the community asked for to keep the count good.
The Christmas update, that was a pretty
1v1.lol was still a huge hit on YouTube, with montages having millions of views and YouTubers actually becoming purely popular off of this game.
That's also, literally how I discovered it too.
Rift, Clicks, Dante Gaming, Stable Ronaldo, Brux, and mobile YouTubers that were on the rise like Dr. Kai, Yuki, Elon, showing just how popular and good some of the best players were, also giving 1v1.lol more attention. The 1v1.lol finally released on Steam, giving people a better play experience just in case they're...
He missed a lot between that though. So he missed all those big comp servers that were coming out at the time. I think he must have left before esports season 1 ended or something, because he didn't really cover any of the things that happened between when I showed up. I showed up as esports season 1 ended. Like I literally saw the notification saying that they were going to plan a season 2 soon. And then that was like a week after I joined that server, or before, sorry, I joined that server. And yeah, it never showed up obviously until way later. But yeah, he missed that. He missed like between the Steam drop and stuff, because Steam drop was chapter 2. And that chapter 2 was later in 2022. So he missed the whole beginning of 2022 as well as the very end of 2021. The very end of like the December time, like there was like a mini blow up because of break and stuff like that. There was a lot of people like making servers, a lot of teams popping up. I believe, yeah, technically it's a decline, but also a lot of people were still playing at that time, so it was still relevant enough. And then we literally like were hitting records on like live streams for .lol. I mean, obviously not above like clicks on them, but obviously for like the main just .lol creators only. So, yeah, we were doing pretty well back then.
Browser
we had
was capped at 60 FPS, or in case their browser was laggy, like mine was. Pro.
Yeah, and then he missed the chapter 2 drop. So chapter 2 dropped and everything. This is chapter 3 he's showing right now, but chapter 2 had dropped at the time. They introduced a battle royale mode. Like there's a lot of things that he did miss, but I feel like if he gets the blanks like filled in and stuff like that, I think this video could be really good. I like his style. I like his style a lot. So we'll see.
Oh nah. Bro, what?
I think another thing too is that also, boys, you have to have your graphics. So if you go to your settings, you go to or use graphics acceleration when possible when you're playing on browser. Make sure that's enabled. If you don't have that on, it's just not going to work. It's not going to use your graphics card. It's just going to go based off your CPU, and your CPU ain't good. It ain't going to run well. Even for mine, it's still like, even though I have a good CPU, it only runs 60 FPS when I don't have graphics acceleration.
1v1.lol decided to make a detrimental mistake that costed them their entire fan base, completely removing skins and other items from the game, switching to...
And then again, he jumped from the beginning of chapter 2 all the way to chapter 3. He skipped an entire chapter. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff that happened between then. I believe that the player base really started falling off with chapter 2 though. The main problem was chapter 2, they kept delaying it because they announced it in the summertime, in the beginning of summertime, that it was coming soon. And then they didn't release it until nearly, was it September? And then it wasn't even released globally. A lot of people couldn't play with different platforms. A lot of people couldn't play with different regions. So splitting between platforms and regions was really bad for the community. A lot of people left. A lot of people were just like, it's dead. You know, you can't really play with anybody. The Battle Royale games were dead and stuff like that. That was back in Battle Royale, but it was good too because you could queue up with anybody. It wasn't just bots and stuff like that. So that was all gone. And also it felt like less laggy as well. I don't know if that was because there was less players online, but it was just way less laggy for the servers. Back then the FPS was pretty decent too. So chapter 2 is a really good like mix up between chapter 1 and chapter 2. It's just the only thing that was really bad was just loadouts. They introduced loadouts and stuff like that. So that was something that people just really didn't like. Later into chapter 2. I don't think it was at the start. I think it was later in the chapter 2 that they released it, but it just wasn't very good. But yeah, for the most part, he kind of just skipped all that, but we'll keep watching.
I think this is the time when Leo realized that this was a huge mistake.
Also, there was a big surge as well. I forgot to mention this on Steam. Steam had its highest player count of like 11,000 concurrent players, and that was just on Steam alone. That didn't even include like the web version or mobile or anything like that. It was like absolutely popping. And that was the very end of chapter 2. That was November and December. That was when I had my big blow up on like YouTube, like when my blow up. I got like 100K views in a month, and your boy was like going absolutely crazy that month in December. Yeah, it was a really good month for me, man. I mean, because I went 50K views in November and then 100K views in December. I was uploading every single day. I was doing multiple uploads a day. I was, your boy was popping. Like, I was grinding like crazy. So, yeah.
But instead of switching back to skins, he decided to pay massive YouTubers and streamers to play his game. He paid Kai Cenat, Asian Jeff, Unspeakable,
so now this is heading into early
to promote the game. But even with millions and millions of people seeing this game from their favorite content creators, the player count still never reached another peak like it once did. Everyone was so upset that skins were gone that everyone just completely gave up and went back to Fortnite and went to play other games. Another big problem with 1v1.lol now is that all the skins are pay to win. Sure, you have some heroes that can do great things, but a lot of the skins that do like actual things that can win you battles, you have to pay money for. You can't get those for free by grinding. So with the player base lowering like crazy, 1v1.lol tried to have another peak, releasing heroes of top YouTubers, but completely failed. It seemed that Lior finally listened to his community about the biggest request.
So I'm going to talk about this a little bit. I talked about it previously. I'm just going to kind of summarize it. Because I've talked about it a lot before. I even talked about it in a video where I said I was dipping or whatever last time. But long story short, guys, they shouldn't have paid those creators so much. What they should have done was just focus that money onto the game itself. I wouldn't even say like pay like creators in .lol. Like you could have paid like Westrum a little bit of that money, tiny bit, a fraction of that money. He would have came back, promoted it. You would have had a lot of people from a subscriber base that all played .lol. The problem was that he was paying people who had Fortnite as the players and stuff like the other audience was all Fortnite players. Why are they going to go to .lol when they already have Fortnite for free? You know what I mean? They should have just focused on all those creators from back then, try to get a hold of as many of them as possible, and then just pay them to help promote and whatnot. I'm not even talking about like myself or anything like that. I wasn't like, I was huge for the time because of how dead it was compared to back then, but I was not big enough to like bring that many people back. It was like people like Westrum, Dante, like all those big creators from back then. If they would have had their subscriber base that's mainly built off of .lol, they'd have brought a lot of those players back possibly. So I think they should have focused on that and then just use the rest of that money into the game itself, or like put like a cup on or something, like a tournament, or put that money into a damn anti-cheat. I don't know. That would be nice. But yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of issues. There is a lot of issues of what they did. They're just really out of touch with the community, so they don't know what would work for the community specifically.
3 years later, when
maybe
he finally
keep the Discord active. That's another thing too.
A collaboration with Booga, but it was way too late for that now. Everyone asked for pickaxes in 2021, not 2024. Nobody really cares about the updates anymore. Plus, most people who used to turn to 1v1.lol when Fortnite was down turned to other things like OG projects, which I made a video about. Go check that out after this. Or playing other games. 1v1.lol really hit rock bottom, all because of one huge mistake. Lior seemed to now prioritize on the money, not the players.
That's another thing. So they sold to Playtika back in March of 2022. That's why I believe Chapter 2 came out, so they can update the monetization for the game. Because obviously loadouts, spins, all the gambling stuff, that pretty much like all the pay to win stuff started coming in Chapter 2, and then Chapter 3 was just a massive monetization update, more than an actual game update. Obviously added new mechanics and stuff like that, but they should have kept it like semi-separate, or they should have kept the OG version up. They don't have any of those versions up anymore. They have, obviously they have the OG version, but not a lot of people play on it compared to the actual game. Like it's like a split player base. The main comp thing is not on the OG version, so yeah, it's very limited. If we just had like the OG skins and stuff like that, if there was a mix between OG and Chapter 3, I think that this game would be really good, and then bring back Battle Royale from Chapter 2. I think this game would be really good. So honestly, there's a lot of things I would suggest for the game. Maybe we'll make a video on that, or I make suggestions for the game and stuff like that. So we'll have to see, but I don't want to drag this video too long, boys.
I know everyone's going to say, oh, well, of course he focused on money. He wouldn't do it for free. He was for sure making well more than enough beforehand, and he seems to just have fallen into greed like many other game developers. And I think it's played to go. I think it's played to go.
I don't think it's necessarily
because of course you have to buy more stuff now, but he has to pay all these creators big money, because I know Kai Cenat didn't take that game just for easy money. He probably had to pay him thousands, if not tens of
probably
thousands,
like about 30 to 40.
So I know he's taking big losses from this.
That's for an hour.
But sadly, it doesn't seem that Lior's going to listen to the community at all about this, seeming to have completely ignored any requests for the old 1v1.lol back. And like most games that get greedy, the fall off will eventually be too severe and 1v1.lol will shut down for good. And that is the story of 1v1.lol, a massive Fortnite ripoff that sold its player base and popularity for the money. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and if I made any mistakes or if you want to say anything, comment down below.
Yep, and that's what I did. I commented down below. So if you guys want to check this out real quick. So I said it's missing quite a bit of info, but it's still a great video. Some of the things missing include Just Play being sold to Playtika, the mini surge in player base around November 2023 before Champions, and the esports scene that grown off the game. I would like to see a more in-depth downfall video with information gathered from players that play from different eras of the game. I personally can't cover anything before December 2021 since I didn't start making content until that time, but there are some players back then from back then I'm sure it will help out. And then he responded, he said, bet I'll do another one soon. I'll try to get people like Westrum in it. So I really hope that he does reach out to more people than just Westrum and stuff like that. I hope he reaches out to everybody. I hope he reaches out to me because your boy was streaming. I can even show you guys like my stream hours. I was streaming 8 hours a day for like 6 months of .lol. So your boy was definitely around when we showed up. At the time, I just had a lot of time. We hosted a $350 EGCS prize pool. We hosted another prize pool of, what was it, $250 in the summer for the finals cup. And that was even just, we had monthly prize pools like $100 on top of that. So your boy was, your boy was cooking. There was a lot that I was doing at the time. And it was really just a great time to be in .lol, man. I wish we could go back to that. But anyways, boys, without further ado, let's go ahead and head into the next video for Smedgies, and then we'll go ahead and cut this one off. Let's go ahead and get into it, boys. Alrighty, boys. We're just gonna zoom through this one. We're not really gonna pause.
One of the best Cash Cup players the game has ever seen. Not only placing first in every single Raider Cash Cup he's attended.
Yes, sir. Big Raiders Cups.
Dominates scrims on a
yeah, no, he's been going crazy recently.
The game currently, and also one of the best aim in the game at the moment.
Oh wait, Azzy, you're walking. He's brilliant.
How's he cheating?
We're gonna be looking into some of his clips to find out the secret behind his recent sudden success.
He reminds me of Shy, bro.
In scrims.
He really reminds me of Shy.
In the first clip, we
Shy was
started
crazy.
on height. Not to mention, he does actually have one of the fastest.
I don't think anybody's gonna pass
Shy
Prime, bro.
If he looks backside of low ground, his players tend to lurk around this area trying to get some easy damage, in which a lot of people don't actually think has an effect, but it does. The lower each player is before an endgame gives you more of an advantage to win. He continues dwelling on height before spotting somebody possibly trying to go up for a power play. Without hesitation, he immediately drops down and starts to spray to either kill or get good enough opening damage on the player, whereas the battle on height is extremely one-sided and he has nothing to worry about. He picks up that easy elimination. Now closer to the end game, he drops down. More precisely because when you're close to the end game, it's better to be closer to the action so you can get easy sprays to lower enemies. Staying up on height even when your max HP could be the wrong play, as there's a chance of your opponent getting siphoned and winning the stone fight. He enters a sniper battle with somebody on the far left of zone.
There's something you guys can learn off of this, man. We should do we should analyze this gameplay.
That one kid, as he still has the advantage over
just like Smedgies is doing. This is a really good
video. In white and
good video
at the moment. Now he drops a bit and uses the top of his camera to spot the person on the far left again.
Yeah, why is it so hard to win against Azzy?
Now he knows to stay behind cover at all times whilst
video.
progressing in the zone. We can see this as he does a more covered boost to get it back to height. The person is then stuck in a very uncomfortable situation, so he looks for a snipe on this person, although it's spotted and almost gets jump peeked. And like I said before, there is absolutely no need to tunnel vision this one kid, so he immediately disengages when he no more has the upper hand. He drops again and then connects himself to builds to prevent being chopped. He sees players backsides trying to rotate and immediately starts looking for damage, which is essential to do right before the end game. He catches one with their head exposed, getting a very easy kill on them. He has the siphon, full HP, and his shield, really having no.
He has all really good advice, boys. Pay attention to this, man, because if he continues the series, you guys need to watch it.
Stuck on the low ground, due to not only just rotating from the backside, but also being.
I might give tips and tricks, but watching the actual gameplay will help you guys a lot.
You can see Zix trying to make it to height, but he has the disadvantage because as he has full HP, full shield, and has nothing to worry about, so gets the easy ass win.
Yep.
This second clip is really going to expand my view on the importance of playing high properly. We start off the clip seeing that he's in a fight with African V on height. He does some pretty good opening damage, getting a pump in. Now knowing that he has the health advantage, he decides to continue playing aggressive. Since V has the height advantage and he sees him playing clones to expand, leaving himself completely vulnerable to a boost. If you don't know what boosting is, it's when a player uses a cone, ramp, or floor to boost themselves up through a cone. Azzy is a very prominent user of this move, getting clips like this.
Oh no. Oh no. 3 of them in the same
spot. He boosts up.
Dude, they all got knocked,
and picks up the easy elimination. After securing high,
controller also helps a lot, bro. With
looking back for sprays and getting elimination on poor player Swxii.
Really, and like you can literally 1v3. I have a few clips as well.
Although I'm still the GOAT though. Anyways, then here he does something a lot of controller players don't know about. He continuously aims in and out to reset his aim assist. Doing this allows you to find out where players are behind builds. As you can see,
this is something I was going to cover in the thing for controller players.
He drops down again, getting in front of their builds, getting an easy elimination before inevitably winning this.
Obviously can't do a KBM one because I don't play KBM, but tips and tricks for controller players is definitely what I'm going to do. But yeah, literally, that's the thing, boys, because it tracks through walls. It's broken. You can tell exactly where players are.
For this third clip, I decided let's look into a full game to see how he plays his pieces. Immediately, you can notice he secured the red team, which has a height spawn, so it's perfect for playing high.
It's random sometimes. It's random
since he has so much aura, nobody contests him at all.
And also, it's usually random when
this,
teams get hand of colors.
For damage.
But yeah, he's not wrong though. It is for the most part on high.
Him and Zix notice people trying to take high on the left. They immediately take their focus to them as Zix rushes in, and as he continues looking for damage on high. He continues this up until the end game, where he rushes low ground and starts getting easy picks just as he did on JC.
Okay, so he's moving along. You know, he's playing the high ground, and he's kind of just staying ahead of zone, I guess you could say. Smedgies not really talking over this part, but he's not staying too far ahead to where he can get shot down, but he's staying far ahead enough to where he can keep up with all the players. And if he needs to drop down, he's still ahead of zone. He's not sitting all the way in the back, man. So, like I said, we could definitely do our own analyzation of this too as well. A lot of players going down. He's just he's playing passive. I've seen him play way more aggressive in a lot of my cuts, but he is definitely playing a little passive right now. Gets in that box, catches the black in because he's got to deal with him. He plays really well with Zix as well. They have a lot of chemistry, so they're usually in sync.
In the end game, Zix and Azzy both see that he's fighting a low ground and uses an opportunity to go down and get an easy third party, which they do effectively and promptly, winning the game.
I think this was my cut.
For this fourth
I remember
clip, we're looking at
that.
a situation where he plays
low ground.
As a lot of you might think, he's fully dependent on height, and if he gets chopped or he's fully dependent on height. For this fourth,
I can't fucking tell. Hold on.
Third party, which
I think this is my cut.
Do it effectively and promptly, winning the game.
It shows there for like a split second.
For the
Yeah, my name's at the bottom.
We're looking at a situation where he plays low ground. As a lot of you might think, he's fully dependent on height. And if
I could have just checked the gameplay, bro, and just checked to see if that was going to lose
the game. That, in fact, is not
this one's not.
The clip starts off with him trying to chop high. This is something low and mid ground players should do when they have the opportunity. It's heavily overlooked and can possibly.
We need to run more trio and squad cuts, boys. That's coming up.
Does so,
you guys want to check out the server update? It's dropping today, man. Check it out. It'll be out later tonight.
Seeing that the height is now uncontested, he uses an opportunity to go up to height and place his usual get forward and look backside for damage.
All right. And he's ahead. Yeah, he's getting the advantage. It's like he did the other game. Playing ahead. Not playing too aggressive, but he's staying ahead and making sure that he is not too far ahead, though. But he can keep up with players while he's still shooting and fighting, so he doesn't have to worry about rotating anymore until zone catches up with him. Very smart. He is dropping back a little bit to zone, but he's able to do that because he of course, push back. And he gets the Elin. Doesn't even matter if he lost health because he just got a Siphon back. So playing for Siphon's also pretty big too. Yeah, that resetting the aim assist.
He continues this up until Akira tries playing for height. After Akira gets above him, he immediately starts pole position to get back the height advantage, which he does, and Akira gets visibly stuck in a ramp. Seeing this as an opportunity due to Akira's uncomfortable position, he drops down and gets the pick on him. He lets down, sees fighting, and drops and gets the remaining eliminations, and winning the easy game.
There you go. The aim assist will get you that headshot,
videos like this in the future and different players, and hopefully make this a series on this channel. If you can't tell, this video is clearly inspired by the man himself, Miso. I have another video like this on Harmony on the screen right now, so if you're inspired by the man himself, Miso, I have another video. If you can't tell, this video is clearly inspired by the man himself, Miso. I have another video like this on Harmony on the screen right now, so if you're interested, go check it out. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. Peace.
I don't even know what he said. I couldn't even tell. Subtitles? Oh, wait.
Like this on Harmony on the screen right now. So if
himself, it didn't even pick up on the fucking thing because it literally cut out.
Other than that, I'll see you guys later. Peace.
There's Smedgies. So he's got decent amount of subs. You guys should most definitely drop a sub, drop a like. It's a really good video. You guys definitely need the information. There's a lot of players that I see that could take this information to heart and actually use it and apply it to their gameplay, because that would definitely help them out a lot. We'll put W teacher. There we go. All right, but long story short, boys, that's pretty much going to do it for the video. If you guys, like I said, go ahead and check out both of their channels. Both these videos are really amazing. Documentary was really good. Like I said, just a lot of holes in there that needs to be filled, and he just wasn't around for that time, so he can't really be blamed for that. He's obviously taken the feedback, and he said he wants to make another video on it, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully he reaches out to people who play now, so we can get the newer era in as well, and some of those people that are still from that older era. But yeah, boys, if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't oh my god, don't forget to drop a like and sub. Your boy can't speak. Don't forget to drop a like and sub. Make sure you guys join up into the Raiders comp server down below. Link will be in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later, boys.